In today's video, we are checking out a mod that adds in a bunch of saleable ships, fully kitted with custom weapons and ready to be captained. From a simple raft all the way to a Corvette class ship, insane sinking and wreck mechanics, and even the choice to sail under the Jolly Roger. So let's just jump straight into it. So we've checked out a few vehicle mods in the past, and usually that involves things like tanks, jets, helicopters, you know, all that good stuff. But the mod in today's video goes way back, like way back. More specifically, we're going to be talking about pirate ships. And yeah, don't worry, this is just the starting ship, so let me show you how all this works. So I won't go over every single crafting recipe that's in this mod, but pretty much this is a good chunk of them, and they are extremely simple. Literally, to get a small hull right here, all you need is some wood. The same thing goes with the larger one, except this time we need iron on the top. Pretty much the exact same thing. To get the mast right here is pretty much just more logs and some wool. And then to get the bigger mast, all you need to do is combine the two small ones. So yeah, in terms of crafting recipes, like this one is exactly how you'd imagine to craft a boat. But I will say one of the things that you'll definitely need if you plan on going into combat with these things is one of these spanners right here, which if we hover over it, it does say that it's used to repair the ships, which yeah, like I said, if you plan on actually going into battle with this with some friends or anything, you're definitely going to need this, because with all the cannons and everything that we're going to be going over, it is pure chaos. And I do recommend getting the just enough items mod just so you can see what actually goes into each of these crafting recipes. But regardless, let me show you the very first one, which is the raft right here. And as you can see, it doesn't look too much compared to what we're going to be seeing later, but do not let your eyes deceive you, because this thing is actually really cool. So one thing that I love about this mod is just the detail that even goes into like the smallest one right here. Like you've got all like the weathered planks right there for like the logs. You got the little buckets full of like fruit and gold and all that good stuff. And I mean, compared to a normal boat, I mean, realistically, which one are you going to pick? I mean, you know, it's pretty obvious at this point. And one of the main uses I found for the raft is that you can actually pretty much transport your entire base if you wanted to. And what I mean by this is that if we actually get the vanilla sort of chest boat right here and go ahead and look inside, you're only really going to get a single chest, as you know, that's pretty much what this boat has. But if we come over to the raft right here, give it a shift right click, look at the amount of space that we get with this thing. Like, I'm pretty sure you could transport like 90% of your base just all in one go. And that's not even going over the speed of this thing. So let me hop on it right here. And as you can see, when you are sitting on this thing, it does look really sweet. You've got like the little treasure chest right off to your side there. We've got the sail. And yeah, as far as controlling these things, they definitely don't work like the regular boats. Like they sort of turn like a little bit slower, and the speed actually goes off the sail. So meaning that right here, I'm not actually touching the keyboard. We're just slowly drifting forward. But if I was to press that a few more times and hold it down, you can see that we actually start to pick up a load of speed right here. And then, yeah, you don't even have to hold it down. Like, once you've actually set the speed, you can literally just go on for miles. Like, there's no stopping. Oh. Which, when we get into some of the bigger ships later on, you're going to realize that not holding this down is going to be an absolute godsend with what you're going to be doing. And you can even reverse as well. But as far as the raft actually goes, like, it's not too bad. Like, if you want to get from point A to B and you just want to carry a bunch of stuff, or, you know, try and escape somebody, like this little raft right here will definitely help you out. Which is where we can take a step up, and that is the swashbucklers right here. And as you can see, they actually look hilarious at this scale. So we've got the absolute basic swashbuckler right here, which, as you can see, actually has like little barnacles like growing up the side of it. Like, the detail of these is so sick. Like, look at the wooden planks. Like, look at that. You can actually see like all the individual planks. It looks so cool. And then you've got like the little rudder back there, as well as the steering wheel. And, you know, as far as this one goes, it does look a little bit goofy, as well as, you know, definitely not having the best visibility considering you can't really see what's in front of you, but it is going to be able to go a lot faster than the classic raft that we saw before. And also, unlike the raft, there's actually no storage in this thing, so you're pretty much just doing it for like looks and a little bit more speed. So if anything, sticking to the raft for a good while isn't actually the worst choice. So moving over to the left here, we have the upgraded version of the swashbuckler right here. And as you can see, it does have a very similar model, but this time we've got two different sails. We've got like our first offensive weapon right here. We've got like a mortar on the front of the ship, of course, complete with some treasure. And this time we can actually see where we're going as well. And just like the raft before, if we shift right click, we also have a double chest full of stuff. So not nearly the amount that the raft has, but still a decent amount to get around. So since we've actually got our first cannon on our little boat there, you are going to want to know how to create a cannonball right here, which is definitely up there as one of the most expensive things to craft in this whole mod. So you need 4 smooth stone in the corners, complete with TNT all throughout the inside. And when we do craft this, you can see that we actually get a stack of 16 right here. So yeah, don't panic, because you do actually get your money's worth when it comes to this. But yeah, if it was all that for one cannonball, it would be absolutely crazy. So once you've actually got your cannonballs, all you want to do is have them in your hotbar, go ahead and sit in the ship that you have. And since this is a front-facing cannon right here, I'm pretty sure that if we were to hit H, which I think is the keybind, there we go right there. We are actually going to be able to score a center hit right there. And I'm pretty sure some of the other ships actually have sound effects when you launch the cannon, but for some reason, I can't actually hear the cannon firing at this point. But regardless, it is going to be pretty dangerous for you to actually just fly across villages and, you know, just start causing absolute mayhem with the cannons. Which then brings us to one of the most immersive parts of this mod, which is actually creating a pirate wreck. So if I just go really close to this and start shooting this, there you go. You can see that this thing is actually an entity. So the more that we hit it, it is actually going to take damage right there. You can see that it's starting to smoke. And eventually, when we do enough damage, There you go right there. So once you do sink a ship, you're actually going to be able to loot it a little bit. So you have these planks of wood right here. So all you need to do is give it a right click and that will actually turn into wood right here. So you pretty much get the materials back from actually crafting the boat, as well as, you know, any repair stuff that you might need. And yeah, as expected, the bigger the boat, the more sort of resources you are going to get. But right here at the bottom of the ocean, you are going to see the full wreck right here. Look at that. We've got it like completely snapped in half. We've got like the bubbles coming out of it. And this is like one of my favorite parts about this mod. Like, it's such a small detail of just having like the wreck still be in there. So you can actually go ahead and explore it. And I'm pretty sure even if we use a spanner, yeah, that's just going to turn into a bunch of the different blocks so we can actually craft a new one. There's just planks of wood everywhere from that explosion. So now it's time to take a serious step up when it comes to these ships. So the next upgrade after those little swashbucklers right here is the cutter right here. Look how sweet this thing looks. Like with this one, we're seriously starting to get into the cooler ships. Like, look how sweet this is. We've even got like the rigging, like going all the way up to the sails. And alongside all these like little decorative barrels and pots and stuff like that, we can right click and again, just like, I can't believe how much storage these ships have. Like, for being this small, like, we're talking like TARDIS technology here. If you thought the raft was crazy, this one just goes above and beyond. And there we go. We got expanding horizons right there as well. And when you are captaining this thing, you might have realized that there's actually no cannons on this thing, like, whatsoever. Like, there's nothing to actually fight against anybody with. And that is because we actually have two different variations of this cutter as well. So we actually have the militarized one, which, as you can see, in comparison to that one right there, definitely looks a hell of a lot meaner. We've got one cannon on each side, as well as one on the front right there. And again, an insane amount of storage to mess around with. But let's say you're like me and you didn't exactly want to find loot the hard way, which is where we also have the pirate variety right here. Look how sick this is. We've got the Jolly Roger on the top right there. Like, it's so sick. Like, this is basically the exact same as the militarized one, but like obviously way cooler because of that. And so when it actually comes to having cannons on both sides, it doesn't really work on which way you're looking or anything like that. So for example, the front facing one is pretty much always going to be H right there. And there you go. You can see that the damage is actually starting to take shape on this vessel right here. We've got like the tears in the sails. So here's the right side right here. There you go right there. And we are putting quite a few cannonballs into this other ship, so it actually gives them time to like repair and stuff like that. But realistically, they are eventually going to go down just like that. And here we go. Look at this thing. So this is what the wreck is going to look like on this variant of ship. As you can see, we've still got all the planks of wood laying about. But yeah, this thing is just completely and utterly totaled at this point. Like, there's no returning from this. You can see like all the splits in the wood, like on the deck and everything. We've got the smoke coming up. Like, it looks so sick. Like, from a distance, like, imagine seeing a battle like this. And yeah, even with the wrench, as you can see, it's not going to be doing too much when it's in this state. If anything, it's going to be making it look a hell of a lot worse. But just having the choice to have the Jolly Roger on the sail right there, I mean, you can't really beat that. So boats that will actually have the barrels on the deck right here, if you go ahead and right click those, they can have a chance to give you either wood, or I'm pretty sure they can even give you some wool as well. And you might be thinking that wool or wood isn't exactly the best prize to actually take down a ship, but realistically, if you can out repair the ship that you're fighting, like, you're pretty much golden. And one more thing I will say about the cutter ship class is that these things are extremely quick and extremely nimble, as you can see. Which then brings us on to the biggest ship that's actually available in this mod right now, which is the Corvette. And yeah, this one is definitely not going to be able to fit in any of these docks right here. And in comparison to those other ones, this one is definitely fit for scale. Look at this thing. And right in the center of this ship, we actually have the steam engine, so you can imagine that this thing is going to be able to go pretty damn quick. And this is probably the best ship to actually go like exploring the world in, because it does look really, really cool. And even underwater, you have like all these like barnacles and like seaweed on the bottom of it. Like, it's small details like that that just look so good with these ships. So when it comes to the steam ship right here, I'm pretty sure this is still being worked on, so it's not fully flushed out just yet. But taking a closer look at the model right here, like, it looks like they've even got like a second deck right there, which is where all the storage is going to go. And yeah, if there was ever a way to actually use like these lifeboats as soon as the main ship starts going down, like, that would be so cool. Or even just to anchor the ship up somewhere and use those little boats to go like investigate something. Like, I don't know, I'm just thinking of all the different scenarios you could use this boat for. So since this is mainly going to be like an exploration vehicle, there aren't actually going to be any cannons or any sort of like offensive weapons on this one. But as you can see, if we hold W right here, we are going extremely quick for a boat of this size. Even just like looking up right there with like all the rigging and stuff on the sails with the sunlight, it looks so cool. Like, this is such like an immersive mod. So, you know, if you're planning a voyage to go around the world or something like that with your friends, this is definitely the one to do it in. And I'm really, really hoping that we actually get like a pirate variant of this, similar to that one all the way over there, because that would be so sweet with like the giant like black sails right here. And I can almost imagine just a whole lineup of cannons along this side. Like, that would be insane. And thinking about it now, having this in like a pirate mod pack pretty much resolves all the actual like seabound or like ship issues like straight away. You know, all you'd have to add in is a few pirate hats, some pirate guns, and you're pretty much good to go. So if you're a big fan of vehicle mods or pirate ships or anything like that to do with the sea, definitely check this one out. Like, it looks so cool. Like, each one of these models is so detailed. Like, I spent a good 20 minutes just looking at these. And yeah, I definitely recommend this in multiplayer, because it'd just be absolute chaos fighting everybody. But if you did enjoy this short showcase, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.